Hello, Speed Gaming. Welcome to another Metroid 2 Remake Rainovania Weekly. See in chat, we're asking about end or start. We're just about to start. We're just waiting on some runners. I am Jeff Gaines and Gaines, joined by Malin. Say hi.
Hello.
Excellent. So, today we have a door lock rando race. That means all the door types are, I shouldn't say types, but all the doors are shuffled individually. We've got, with Randovania, we have a bunch of new doors in the pool, beam doors and bomb doors, boss doors, all sorts of doors. So it'll put a little bit more of a challenge to our runners as they just get ready to start here momentarily. We've got a good cast today. On Restream, we have Meepy versus Wordsayer. And both experienced racers, so should be able to put up a good fight.
We should.
Yeah, so trying to think of what settings we've got otherwise. I think the screw blocks are removed. Oh, it's been a while since I've looked at this preset, but on our trackers, we've got an automatic tracker, so you'll be able to keep up with all the fun stuff going on. Progressive jump is our first starting item, and we're starting in towers.
Yeah. Not too bad of a start. Well, it is kind of a terrible start, but
yeah, lots of
we'll
these
get
enemies are gonna two-hit you, so.
yeah.
And yeah, it does look like we've got the open shortcuts. So.
Have high jump already?
Yeah, that was one of our starting items. So.
Huh.
Will help out. As you can see, we had a one of the research open hatches there already, and that is
Fish jump.
okay. 2 progressive jumps already. That's can't really complain about that.
No. I'm not worried.
Yeah, we also do start with charge beam in all of our weekly settings, so the charge beam doors are able to be opened. Charge beam starts just a little nicer due to being able to suck up the drops as well as do some of the charge bomb jumps that we'll see later once they hopefully pick up bombs. And yeah, it was not
Golden Temple bomb chamber and hydrogen high jump chamber for 2 DNA. So bombs and high jump location. It's a fun little thing.
So it looks like Words is opting to head into Area 3, which is a unique one to start off with. It was me, I'd bet on an Area 1. There's just a lot of high-density checks there, but, you know.
Alright. Well, you can't do much in Area 3, and if the doors aren't nice to you, you can't do much in Area 1 either. I think you can get 1 or 2... No, I think you can only get 1. Oh. Oh no, there goes Word.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with no E-tanks and no suits, some of these mid-game enemies do still hurt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot these doors are open in Golden Temple and... Huh.
Yep.
Oh right, we don't start with missiles either. We forgot to mention that.
Yeah, no, missile launcher is shuffled in. Same with super launcher and power bomb launcher. Speaking of power bomb launcher, there it is. So that's our first explosives. That's very nice. So for new folks that are new to the Randovania randomizer, we have the option to shuffle in what we like to require, like our launchers or our main missiles. This allows us to follow the logic a little bit nicer, and what you're seeing on the UI is there's a red X over their supers. That's because they don't have the super launcher yet. They don't have the ability to use the ammo they have. So you can pick up the ammo and it's just not usable yet.
Oh, bomb chamber requires plasma. Ah, that's interesting. So we at least have one beam requirement in this seed, so that's gonna be a fun little time. And oh, there's wave.
And free wave beam. We like that.
And free DNA.
Yeah. So along with all the other changes, we've got 10 DNA being required. So instead of having to kill all the Metroids, there are 10 DNA spread across the game. We have hints that we can access to help us make the cleanup a little bit quicker. But once we get the 10 DNA, that unlocks the labs section for us, so we can go beat Queen.
Yeah. Speaking of getting to labs, we need power bombs.
Yeah, so that's it's good for Meepy's routing. We'll be able to pick up that hint, assuming the next door is also cooperative.
Yeah.
But we do have a guaranteed Ice Beam hint, so getting that early will be powerful. It's one of our required items to beat the game.
Yep. Meanwhile, maybe doing charge beam only Metroid, wasn't really worth it. But
Yeah, not in
Right.
logic, but since we do have the capability, it can be nice to clear out some of these checks that you're not going to come back for, even if it's a little slow.
yeah.
And so with high jump, or with space jump and power
Where-
bombs,
Where's finding power grip? Oh, that too. We don't start with power grip either.
ooh, and spring ball, nice.
Huh.
So a little bit of movement options for words, but yeah, unfortunately, the power bombs are definitely going to be more helpful in the immediate future.
Yeah.
Yeah, with space jump and power bombs, I'd almost be thinking of taking a warp to start fairly soon. There are a lot of power bomb checks in tower, and space jump's also good for getting up to the top there. So
Yeah.
might be something for our runners to consider. Still plenty of checks everywhere else, and of course, enemies don't hurt as much in these early areas.
Yeah. So you pretty much want E tanks, or at least try to get some E tanks before going into the lower areas. Well, because at least that's pretty nice to have.
Oh, and are the blocks here? No, they are. Okay, good.
Main K's research site. Oh gosh.
It's not too
Okay.
bad. A few doors in our way, though.
Or it's going to area 1, but not for the warp, so that's a little.
Yeah, unfortunately, without bombs, missing a lot of the checks on the way. So this is just kind of slow, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Having the the shortcut pipes open right off the bat is something that we don't have a lot in our settings. I think pipe rando we also have it, but I know it's fairly common to have them only open once you have screw attack, so it can be a little disorienting for players early if they're not practiced with the settings.
Yeah. Also makes the seats go much smoother if we have them open instead of locked by screw attack. Doesn't seem like there's much of anything down here in Area 1 breeding grounds, which
Yeah, not yet. With explosives, we do unlock a lot in Area 2. Like I said, Area 4 also has some checks, but we don't want to come back here, so I don't mind doing this now, but it is rather slow. It's going to save us a backtrack, but if it's nothing down here, because all these checks are out of logic right now without
Yeah.
any missiles, it is quite a gamble. And yeah, it looks like this was not a worthy trip.
no.
Oh,
Uh,
Meepy's gotta. Okay, I was gonna say you didn't wait for the drops from the boss, which is
mhm,
a little scary because if you reload the room for guardian storage, those bomb blocks reappear, and with only one power bomb, it's like that is a soft
yeah.
lock. Oh, there's
Oh, hey,
bombs right
look,
there though.
bombs.
Speak of the devil. Okay, that is awesome. We love to see that.
Yeah. I don't know if we have infinite bomb jumping as an item in this or not.
I should
I,
pull up the settings. I've got them here in front of me. No, I think we've got infinite bomb jumps to start.
nah. Not particularly that matters considering we have space jump, but
Yeah. Still, it can be. It is nice to have, but not have to
yeah.
worry about that. So an awfully long journey on Meepy's side for the Surface Alpha. This one comes into logic very early. Still not in logic with our current loadout, but this is one that it's nice to get it out of the way when you're nearby.
Unless the doors stop you.
Yep, which is very annoying for the runners if that's the case. Unfortunately, I think we might miss the last door. So okay, looks like we made it.
Yeah.
And it's nothing. So a quick save warp out, save us a lot of backtracking, and we'll
Well,
likely be heading down. Oh, I'm just noticing, did maybe not grab wave beam? Or oh, they turned it off right for killing the
yeah.
Metroids, right? Because you need just pure charge beam for
Yeah.
the missileless Metroids.
Yeah, a few decks. Speed booster upgrade. That's not too useful now, but it might be useful later.
Yep, another one of our little for fun items. Speed booster upgrades, of course, reducing the amount of time it takes to charge your speed booster. We like going fast in this game, and that definitely enables us.
And this seems like Area 2 is pretty much the way to go right now. Especially with still no E-tanks. I'm surprised we haven't found one. There's still, I think, 2 more checks here. The one that's Meepy's doing, and then there's another free one.
Yeah, and this is where some of those movement items, particularly Spring Ball, is coming into War's advantage. Having that a little bit more movement is being able to catch up to Meepy here. And of course, also skipped the Metroids in area or Breeding Grounds 1, so that's some extra time save.
Plasma looking for reason, okay. Probably don't need to do that boss, but it would be interesting nonetheless, considering we have 2 doors that are locked by plasma now. That's super launcher.
Ooh, and that's that's locked by a missile.
No.
So we need our main missiles to get supers.
Uh,
That's a funny one.
I just gotta go find missiles somewhere.
Yeah, that
Who
is.
knows where they are?
That is a funny one. Because because I gotta imagine every racer's probably gonna find that, but and
Realize
we'll
they
have
have
that
no
knowledge. Yeah.
More missiles.
We get this question. Enough AM2R is safe to be streamed. Twitch has its own category for AM2R. You don't have to worry about it. It's fine.
Oh.
That is my short and sweet of it. Well, welcome in. This is a randomizer with door locks included. So you can see our funny water turbine is blocking our access to A3.
And where's it maybe being in A4? Where it's finally getting in that maybe got earlier. I'm probably writing them down too.
Yeah, pretty easy to forget 10 hints over the course of the game, so
No.
better to just take a second and jot it down.
Oh, plasma.
Ooh, that is a good find.
Yeah.
We've already seen a lot of doors with being plasma locked, so
Yeah, and one of our DNA is plasma locked too.
nicely done escaping the pitfall as well. It's a wave beam door. So we do have access to the interior of tower then. Hopefully
Yeah.
Words remembers that, because that could
Probably
be
gonna go
something
save
important.
before doing it. Maybe. Just saving it for last.
So yeah, we saw there was a wave beam door there, and then there's also, I guess, could be just taking the back entrance in. You can peek this item and get the other interior one. So we have wave beam, that works. And I definitely recommend for Words to turn on the tower before he leaves this area, since that is another door that we will possibly run into.
Yeah.
Yes, we do, as well as our normal ammo beam doors. We also have event doors, such as turning on the tower and fighting certain bosses.
Or EMP, which that's annoying, but EMP doors are fun sometimes.
Yeah, I think we've got just the activation of the main EMP, and not the separate ones. Just double check that in the settings. Oh, nope. EMP is just totally off.
Wow. Probably for the better.
So we know this is a DNA. We're already down to 6. I believe there's one in the next room as well, so.
Yeah.
Which, you know, getting DNA isn't always the best thing, because then you have to start worrying about how low of a percent can I beat Queen.
Yeah, and that's usually not fun. Especially if you don't have any suits or too many E-tanks. Missile.
So folks might be curious why we're skipping all of these missiles when it gives us ammo. We've got no cutscene, so it's not really slow, but the Queen Metroid, her health scales based on our missile count. So it is actually a strategy to get as few missiles as possible and just kind of rely on supers.
Yeah. It's not. That was pickup count, not actual missiles.
Let me go check where I did that.
Because I know Guardian scales based off of total missiles.
Yeah, Guardian is total missiles. Queen is missile tanks. So, similar, but a little different, because I remember the early days, I remember seeing some folks put each missile tank be worth like 5,000, and then having an invincible Guardian.
Oh, missiles launchers on. Ooh. I can assess missile launcher.
Yeah, that's really good for words, and it looks like Meepy's on the way too, so
Yeah.
going to be, going a little farther, so probably gonna come back to that, I imagine, but that is great. That we will want to get supers ASAP, likely. This will help us clean out all the breeding grounds really quickly.
That also puts the Zetas in logic too, since it has 6 of them.
Sure does.
Ugh. With no suit and 3 E-tanks, that's kind of scary. But it is logical.
I'd have to check what the actual health requirements are on the Zetas, but it's probably getting close. I would say we're probably going to continue. Breeding Grounds 2 is open. We've also got, with Supers, we'll have Breeding Grounds 3 access, which has a lot of checks. So hopefully our runners take some time.
Alpha Squad, let's go.
We love to see Alpha Squad. It's a pretty priority target here in the rando community. 5 checks, just back to back.
Alright, contemplating doing the breeding grounds and then just deciding to do it.
Yeah, probably thinking about if it's better to go get supers now and then come back for this, or just do it now with missiles, because it would be a backtrack, but it would be significantly faster if we did have access to supers, since they are 5 times damage.
Well, it is pretty fast. You gotta you gotta be accurate with them, otherwise it's not too great to grab supers and miss all of them. Especially with the game.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I hit all my supers.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that either. Seems to miss 10 supers.
Yeah, it's always good fun when, hold on, we're gonna get our Ice Beam hint. It's in Distribution Center. Vanilla? Question mark?
Vanilla? That'd be very funny if it was vanilla.
If anyone has any questions in chat about the game mode, the randomizer,
Wait, what is that door? Wait a minute.
oh, on
On Ward's side.
Oh,
What was that boss door?
Can you describe it just a tiny bit?
It was gray with yellow borders.
Gray with yellow borders. That sounds like
Right.
tester then?
So testers required? Let me double check.
Ooh, I like this from Words. He's going into the depths here and going to grab one of the hints that is often forgotten. This can be pretty strong, since hopefully we don't have to come back here anytime soon.
Yeah.
And it's a good opportunity because we're likely going to save warp out after this.
Yeah.
So
It is a
this.
tester lock door, so we need to do tester.
Okay, well it's not too bad. We spawn in, A4. We've got plasma beam, so we can just shoot directly through it.
Yeah. And that is interesting though that it's locked by tester.
Interesting Words is not doubling back for the super missiles yet. We would definitely make this fight with Alpha Squad simpler.
Yeah. Surprised Meepy isn't doubling back either, but I mean. Despite those balls coming in a lot of quantity, those hurt a lot with no
Yeah.
suits.
Oh, and Words hasn't opened the tower yet. We need to activate that. Why so Ceres? That's foreboding for that ice beam hint.
Oh no.
Yeah, so unfortunately that's a fairly big time loss for Words there. It's gonna have to go activate tower, take the trip all the way back. Especially when the tower activation is free, it's good to just get it done.
Yeah.
It's such a low requirement door that
Well,
it shows up pretty quickly.
At the same time, since tester's also a door in labs, you might as well just put the tester out of the way too.
Which it looks like that's the
Considering you have
plan.
plasma. Kinda works out, since he doesn't have to make it a return trip.
Now let's see, what's the door down here? Wave beam, okay. Because sometimes you can get the doors to testers, since there's two entrances, it can be a little fussy sometimes, and you have to take the top route or the bottom route specifically. Some very skilled gameplay going on right now as we shoot straight up.
I don't know if Meepy knows it's a tester lock door. I think they just grabbed the ice and left.
Yeah. It's a really smart play by Words. Take that. Oh, that is that's a spider ball door.
Well, can't get out that way.
Yep. Yeah, it can be really smart to go a little past the ice beam hint when you have bombs or power bombs to see that door, because that's going to be their last door that's randomized.
Yeah.
Because we do have enforced blue labs.
Thankfully.
As I go to check to make sure that is checked. Correct. Because a few weeks ago I forgot to check that in the preset, and it made everyone very confused when they got to labs and it was like, oh, the seed isn't over yet.
We're going to get supers?
I gotta imagine so. And since we also have plasma beam, we can check what Terizo is. Could be another door, and could be good to just like get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
We'll at least be peeking the item. surprised we aren't going for the lower right gamma here.
The lower right gamma's kind of slow without using speed booster. At least getting in and out of there.
This is true.
So.
Looks like
Right.
possibly going for Breeding Grounds 3. We also have the Area 3 EMP puzzle that we can just skip by. The door is open, so we just need supers to get access to it. So, oh, unfortunately, not going for it. Hopefully, remembers that that is an option. Skipping Breeding Grounds 3. Where are you going?
What? Alright. Where is where it's going?
I guess research site for the hint.
I guess research search for the hint and the DNA.
Yeah.
'Cause there's one down there. Not?
I think we'll be going back after this. This is a good one to peek. You never really route this in afterwards, so
Yeah.
when you're going to research site, it can be optimal to grab this just visual check right now. It's become fairly standard practice for a lot of our runners to do that. I can't remember who first thought of that, but I think a lot of us have stolen it.
Probably for good reason too, because sometimes that location has something and then you never check it. Storage cavern. Oh, we've gotten things already.
Yeah.
These two alphas aren't as scary with 3 E-tanks, but like at no R1 E-tank, that research fight is scary because they do 30 damage per hit.
Oh, looks like maybe he is going for Alpha Squad here.
Yep. Find the DNA.
Oh, that was also Speed Booster in here.
Oh. And speed boost.
Yeah, so that's really strong. That's really unfortunate then that Words did not have the tower unlocked when he came to visit the first time, because now it seems like he's putting it off.
Yeah. Ooh, and a progressive suit.
Essentially doubling our health.
Yeah. Much needed progressive suit, especially if we're gonna be staying down in more damaging areas like lower A3.
Yeah. In Words being trolled by the classic permanently locked door in Thoth. There's so many ways to get in here that there's often a permanently locked door, which is unfortunate. So this is a potential soft lock, yeah. But good to get this out of the way now when you've got the save. Oh my god, getting bullied by the bombs.
Right, not to do the Genesis fight. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty slow fight, and I mean, we haven't been seeing Genesis doors yet. Probably won't either, but
Yeah.
especially with E3E no suits, you have to be really cautious, which makes the fight even slower. I missed Screw Attack. Was that on the Zeta?
I think it was on the Zeta, because the Zeta died and then...
Yeah, that
Screw
is
Attack-
not a great place for it.
Not a great place. Logical though, which is weird.
So we're getting pretty close to a full tracker here.
Yeah.
Not too many things that can be blocking us off from Ice Beam now in Distribution Center. The biggest thing is going to be probably Gravity Suit now.
Yeah. I could say Spider Ball, but then there is a skip for that room with and without gravity.
Well, it could
It's
just be a
significantly harder without gravity, but
could just be a Spider Ball door for all we know,
yeah.
blocking us off.
Maybe gonna check what Taruba is? No. Wow.
Bonk. Yep, so because our doors are randomized, this is just free.
Ah,
Space Beam.
Spacer. Well, I had pretty much the worry out of fighting Queen out of the way. Oh, that's right. One of the DNAs locked by Ice Beam. Oh. We haven't gotten Storage Cavern because it was locked by Ice Beam.
Right.
Which is in Distribution Center.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I'm kind of surprised that maybe didn't just go to try to check everything in Distribution Center now that they have Screw Attack and Speed Booster.
Yeah, there's a good chance, but I haven't been fully keeping track of the hints. So we definitely need one more DNA locked behind ice. The last two, I'm not sure.
Industrial Complex and what else?
And Tester Arena, I think, is the other one that he doesn't have. So now that we've got speed, I think that's all of our DNA minus the ice beam door. So
Yeah.
while getting these checks I've got the hint, which is good, and we want to probably now prioritize Distribution Center, or maybe the remaining. I guess you can do the remaining DNA, go through Distribution Center.
Yeah.
Because getting checks on the way, just in case you find the second progressive suit, can be quite strong.
I almost want to jinx it and say it that our second suit's on an Omega, but I shouldn't say that.
Entirely possible, but that would be very mean. Maybe going... Okay, I was going to say going for mines is definitely a choice.
Especially with no DNA down there, it's not very fast to go into mines unless you're like absolutely in desperate need of it. And we're gonna check out the rest of Distribution Center. Hey, look, there's Spider Ball.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this from Words. He knows that he is basically basically at go mode now. I mean, we've definitely got enough to fight Queen. Unfortunately, is going to have to take the long way around because we actually know the screw attack shortcut's just not. It's not a screw attack shortcut. It's just a shortcut, so it doesn't even
Yeah.
need screw attack. I was gonna say that would save Meepy time, but it's not going to.
Yeah. These two gamers are very weird to me, since they take 12 missiles to kill for whatever reason.
Yeah, they're slightly tankier for who knows.
They don't have the ice that we're looking for, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah, we're gonna start running out of spots that aren't locked by gravity suit soon.
Logically locked by gravity suit. Well, there is one spot that's absolutely locked by gravity suit. So.
Yeah, because we do have. Oh, we don't have any tricks at advanced, so it. Yeah, so there's no reason to worry about the lower shine sparking puzzle, because that won't be in logic. So really, we've got 2 checks down here left available. 3.
2. Yeah, just 2. Because this one isn't in logic. Because this is advanced. Where does it do?
Yeah.
Just that is much harder than it looks.
Yeah, it's you can get pretty consistent with it, but it's definitely not just free. The timing is fairly tight on the respawns there.
Yeah. Seemed like there was nothing there though, so
Yeah,
we're
just
just
missiles.
leaving.
Okay, so Meepy is in just Ice Beam Go mode. Yeah.
Oh, there's
There's Ice Beam. That is really good for words. Could be words to take then.
Yeah, Meepy's probably about to go down with that gravity suit just to check what's down there, so probably gonna find ice.
Yeah, taking a save there. We like saving. Saving's really convenient when warping to your last save is a really good play that can be made.
Yeah.
For a door lock seat, this has not been too bad.
Oh, it hasn't. I will say, it will take Meepy just a little bit more time to finish the seat, because again, doesn't know that tester door is right there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, thankfully, I mean, with our warp to start, it won't cost too much time. Then we can just take the shortcut straight to A2 afterwards again. So,
Yeah.
not the worst, but it is an extra trip that we desperately don't want to take, given how tight the timing for this race is going to be.
Where's last game day? Because I know this is There's the one here, and then there's one more.
I'm not positive.
Maybe taking a look at Saris, seeing if Saris has anything, which probably is gonna mean another work to last save.
Yeah.
Saris has nothing.
Yeah, gonna cost a little bit more time, which is, again, not time we have.
Oh, you didn't do the gamut down here. That's the DNA they're missing.
Gotcha. Well, that will be a quick one to grab.
And then they can just go to the Queen's shortcut and go from there. Nice wave beam? That was weird.
So maybe doing the instant morph, or not instant morph, the mid-air morph method can be a little faster because you can go 2 crumbles at a time, but it's a little riskier.
Yeah. And then there's the last DNA for words. And I will say the Queen might be a little tankier in word sake, considering they have 90 missiles, but seeing how you can effectively get rid of all the bugs from Queen, it's not too bad.
Yeah, we don't have Spazer, so we'll have to put in a little bit more work than Meepy will before farming the blobs, but given the amount of skill our runners have this race, I imagine it will not be a problem. We want to go fast, and looking for a random beam that could be anywhere is not gonna be good. And only 6 supers is just not a lot to work with. So we know exactly where all the larva Metroids are going to spawn, so this is a very quick trip through labs.
Gotta make sure you don't miss and don't get there's no good way I can phrase that. Don't die by the Metroids.
Yeah, dying is bad and slow, so try not to do that. Alright, 1 suit, 3 tanks. Not a lot to work with in terms of survivability here. not getting that sweet spot on the blob, so getting bullied a little bit.
Using a turn off wave. Okay.
Yeah, can help a little bit because every beam we have is going to increase our shot cooldown. So by turning off wave, it's mainly plasma doing all the work for the damage side. So being able to just get a few more shots off quicker is definitely more advantageous than just having the slight buff from wave beam. Doing a lot better on that farm now. And getting his health back. Maybe on his way to... Yeah, on his way to Queen, but will find the bad luck that it is Tester locked. That being said, he does have a better Queen loadout, and therefore could still make this up by... if Words does take an unfortunate death here.
And maybe realizing the bad news and having to go back. Which shouldn't take too long, especially with Spacer and Plasma, which kind of just destroys Duster.
Sure does. But with Words having full supers here, and a bunch of missiles left in reserve, this should be very safe. Would suggest laying a power bomb here and stunning the goo. No screw attack does make it. Oh, that's a nice strat for farm there. I usually get bullied hard there, which is why I said power bomb. But hey, if you can clean them up like that, go for it.
Plus, if you have Spider, it's not terribly. It's not terrible because you can just sit on the ceiling.
There we go, Queen down.
Oh,
very nicely done.
Seems like we also do have a finisher before these two finish. And...
of course, it's Gala. Yes.
Yeah.
So now we just need the baby to cooperate and eat the crystals for us.
That baby.
The baby. Yeah, definitely well done by Words. This is a really good performance. It really shows you why being confident with the lower percent strats for Queen can really make or break these races.
Yeah.
Because if Words just had to search for like a few more items to get through that fight, could have probably cost him. I remember back when I was starting this out and I had to find Plasma Beam every seed, and I lost just about every race because the beams can be just about anywhere. So if you can skip them, you're giving yourself a really nice advantage. And a very nice speed keep to the end. Flipping the ground at the end, but fine. Hey, GG's.
GG.
Oh wow. Abyss finished 2 seconds ahead of Words.
Oh my goodness.
That's like the amount of time to hit the timer.
My cat jumped on my lap during Queen fight and playing. Oh no. Don't blame the cat. You shouldn't blame the cat. The cat's a good boy or girl. Just just looking at the race team.
So maybe now entering Queen. Slightly less missiles, slightly more supers. And of course we do have Spazer, so farming the goo will be beyond free. Words, welcome in, GG's.
Hello.
GG.
GG's.
If only you hit the timer a little bit faster, you could
Right? That was so
Oh.
close. I said it in the race room, but my cat jumped into my lap like right during the final phase of the Queen. So that was like an awkward moment. It was like, wait, don't mess up. And then I had to, I panic paused at the end of it because I was like getting him out of my lap, and it was just like, I even had the thought at the time. It's like, what if I lose because of this? What if it's that close of a race? And yeah, Abyss finished 2 seconds ahead. Like, jeez, that was silly, but really good race for me, I think.
Yeah, well done. Especially again, we see it usually in our weeklies is how low can you fight the Queen? Like, where are you comfortable with? And
Yeah.
this is a good example of like, this is just about as low as you can get. With,
Yeah, like I was getting really worried because I was basically go mode by the time I was going for Alpha Squad, because I'm just like, there was one point where I was like, I had 3 E-tanks and no suits, and I'm like, I only need one more hint, and I have access to both the other hints. So I'm just like, I'm not going for items. I'm just going and hoping that I find E-tanks or Varia along the way. And I was lucky enough to find Varia while I was looking for Ice Beam. So
Oh yeah, did we see where the other progressive suit was? Because I missed it.
I didn't see it, no. Maybe Meepy will find it.
Speaking of me, he took an unfortunate death to Queen Fireball.
Oh
got
no.
blasted.
I guess I could watch the stream. That's the thing I can do.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Okay, so he's an endgame.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so one of the other things that cost me, he was a little bit more thorough with his cleanup, but also didn't check the door right after the Ice Beam hint, and so had to go back and fight Tester, whereas you had
yep.
routed that in really well.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. Well, I've caught that a few times where it's like you go and you peek the Ice Beam hinge, like, oh, I would not have killed that boss if I didn't see that door, kind of thing. So I'm glad I checked that this time.
Abyss is saying that one of the suits was in Thoth on the right side. Weren't you in Thoth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go right side because, again, that was kind of a go mode point. I was
Yep.
just trying to get to the save station. I
I
checked
see.
left side because it was there and it was convenient, and then by the time I like checked a locked door and whatnot, I'm just like, I've wasted too much time already. I need to go get the save and just warp out.
Dang. It was right
Yeah.
there, apparently.
Yep. But I got Varia, so that's all I really
Yeah.
needed. It
Yeah.
wouldn't have saved me time other than just confidence in the fight. Because, like, I mean, to be fair, I did almost die in the first phase.
Yes.
Had to
you
turn off
gotta
wave
get
beam and
very
everything.
close. Yep. Yeah. What was your thought when you found supers?
Supers. I was happy about it, definitely. But yeah, I was like, I can check these 2 things quickly. I can't get either of them, but I might as well check them. And then I saw supers, like, well, I know exactly where I'm going after I get missiles.
Yeah.
So that's always nice info to have. Now the missile check, that was a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, like, I was going for Arachnus just because it's door lock rando, and in most of the ones I've done, you get a lot of Arachnus doors and a lot of Guardian doors. So I tend to prioritize those two bosses in these settings. Yeah, it just so happened that it was missiles, and like that I felt like I lucked out on that one. But yeah, I also feel like I skipped a bunch of checks, but at the same time, I feel like that's kind of the smart thing to do, especially in these settings, because like there were a lot of moments where I'm just like, okay, I need to go to breeding grounds here to get a hint, but then I started thinking about how long the Metroids take to kill, And I think in normal settings, it's usually a good bet to kill them anyways, just because a lot of times there are DNAs on the Metroids. But with these settings and the fact that I had power bombs and power grip already, and bombs, like I had all the basic important items. I was just like, well, I guess first off, I skipped them because I didn't have missiles. So like logically, until you get missiles, you're not supposed to be able to kill Metroids. So I was skipping them then just because time and logic. And then once I got the missiles, I felt like I had enough equipment to just skip most of them and be pretty safe until I got Ice Beam Hint at least. So yeah, like I feel like I wouldn't. It was an abnormal play for me because I normally wouldn't skip all those Metroids, but just under the circumstances and especially in these settings when the DNAs can be anywhere, I feel like that's a smarter play than it would be otherwise.
Yeah, and that is a good point. That's another thing that maybe lost time on. Did Breeding Grounds 1 and 2 without missiles? So
yeah, because I remember I dipped Breeding Grounds 1 and I started to do the Metroids there because they're usually quick. And then I'm like, wait, I just have Charge Beam. I got the hint. That's all I need. Let's get out.
Yeah.
Which wasn't there? Oh yeah, bombs was on Guardian.
Yeah.
So that was another thing that was like, I suppose I could have done most things without bombs, but it's still nice to have them. So that was a fortunate check that I did.
Definitely. And GG's to Meepy for that finish.
GG's from Meepy.
Yeah. GG's.
The only two things missing from your tracker, Spazer Beam was the A3 EMP room, which was the one where you gotta bounce the orb down the little hallway. Since that door's shuffled in, it's
Sentry Cave.
free.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So,
I've thought about it a couple times. Like, well, no, I'd have to go do distribution centers. So because after I got supers, I saw those and I'm like, okay, well, I won't go there. But yeah, no, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
I forgot that's randomized.
Screw Attack was on the Area 5 Zeta.
Okay.
Which is just not a great check. So understandable that you skipped it. And especially with the pipes being opened, there's not really a point to prioritize Screw Attack.
Though to be fair, in that scenario, well, what's the routing to get down there without Screw Attack? You just have to zigzag across the pipes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's why I mean,
you could also just go in and grab both your suits and Speed Booster through the left side. That would have also worked.
I didn't see the credits. Where was Speed Booster and where was Gravity?
Speed Booster was on Alpha Squad. You had that.
That is, yeah, I noticed at one point.
Yeah. I'm surprised I actually noticed Speed Booster when I did. I did Alpha Squad and was like, oh, I can just Speed Booster out now.
Oh.
Yep. And Gravity, the second progressive suit was the right side of Thoth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That is why.
Also, GG's, welcome in.
GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
An unfortunate death to Queen.
Oh no.
You got blasted.
Yeah, I was so careless because I thought I have Barry, I have 5 heat tanks, surely I will not die by this. And then I just got hit by the fireball and suddenly I'm dead. I think I may have accidentally turned off the emergency sound beeping thingy. So I didn't even notice that my health was low because I did not look at my health at all.
Also, off topic, but I need to figure out what the heck to do with my tracker in OBS. Do y'all have the issue where it changes size as you get more items? I want to say it's the numbers at the bottom, but it gets wider. So I can never crop it correctly so it stays the same. And it's always weird on the tracker, on the overlay here.
I don't know, I never checked that.
Hold on. I mean, I think it may have been like that from the beginning. I'd have to check back.
But I've definitely noticed some streams where it's you crop it correctly at the start of the stream, and then by the end it's off because it's changed sizes. I'm like, what do I do about that?
I can't say I've ever had that happen to me.
There you go, looks pretty now.
Yeah, but I think it's like the spacing between the items changes as you get more numbers at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, it's a weird. It's an OBS slash windowing quirk.
But yeah, doors were very generous this seed.
Yeah.
I don't think it,
Yeah.
other than the tester door at the end. So
Yeah.
Words got the hint and checked that door before
Mhm.
backing out, whereas you just got
Yep.
the hint and turned around. So that
Yep.
kind of
Yeah, the
cost you
reason
some
why I
time.
didn't check that is because I thought that that door was already part of the lab exclusion.
Right. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, I need to properly remember all the settings.
Yep.
It was
There definitely
my
were a couple.
thing that
Go ahead.
I'm not quite sure on where I actually wasted the most time on. But I don't think it is tester.
No, it's doing the Metroids, the early Metroids
Ah,
with just charge beam. That
yeah.
did cost you a lot of time, and especially because
Yeah.
they weren't anything.
Yeah.
I
I
was
skipped
at the
like all the
beginning-
Metroids this seed.
Ah. At
I
the
think I
beginning, I
did.
was
Go ahead.
thinking when I
Sorry.
got power bombs, I was thinking whether I should go back to area 2 because that's usually where it tries to hint you to go. Then I thought I'm already here, I might as well check the hints and kill the Metroid so I don't have to backtrack later, but guess that backfired.
Yeah. And again, especially in these settings where, like, the Metroid DNAs can be anywhere, I feel
Yeah.
like that even further disincentivizes doing slow Metroids. Especially if they're like on your way, then the path you're probably going to cross a lot. It's just like, why would I do this now when it's slow? I know I definitely got turned around a few times because I forgot what different doors were. Like, yeah, I checked Storage Cavern when I didn't have Ice Beam because I forgot that had been an ice door because I'd already been there before. And I got the hint. It's like, oh, I'll just get that now. And it's like, oh, wait.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to make an extra
That hit
trip
me
to Temple. There were two or three other places where I ended up taking double trips because I forgot what the doors were or got turned around in pipes. I ended up taking the gravity pipe, thinking it was Golden Temple pipe because I haven't played the game all week. And it's like, oh, power bomb door. Okay, I'll come back here after power bombs. And then I go back and go through and like, wait, this isn't Golden Temple.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I did take notes on a bunch of things. But the one thing I did not take notes on was, of course, that Ice Beam door.
Yep. I don't know. I almost feel like when it comes to something as complicated as door lock rando, taking more notes almost hurts you because there's so many random things that could be important.
Yeah.
And so if you're taking notes on everything, you're writing down stuff for way too much of the time, and then it just becomes a longer list to look through. So it's like, yeah. Anyway, my note taking strategy, at least for now, is just when I get a hint for where a Metroid is, I'll write it down, and then I'll cross it out whenever I actually get that Metroid, so I know when my go mode is.
Yeah, for me, something that I feared when I went into Area 5 to search for Ice Beam is that I
Mhm.
got spied on the wall on the way. And
Oh.
I feared that either gravity is required,
Mm-hmm.
or when I went to Ceres, I saw the spider ball door and I thought, please don't let Ice Beam be here.
Wait, a spider ball door on Ceres? Oh.
Yes.
Wait.
On Ice Beam.
Oh. Oh, I didn't go that far. Yeah, I saw the wave beam door and I'm like, I could peek that, but it'll take a while. Let me peek the item down below first, and it was Ice Beam.
Yeah.
So I didn't need to go that far. Because that's a
I
slow
really
room when you
wish-
don't have gravity.
I really wish that I would have noticed faster that I had Speed Booster. Because I did a
Mm.
bunch of checks because I thought I didn't have it.
Oh.
And then I saw it on my track and was like, is the tracker lying or do I actually have Speed Booster? I double checked and I noticed I have basically everything needed except Ice Beam, and Ice Beam was in
Yep.
Area 5 somewhere.
Okay, yeah, because we were wondering, you were being very thorough in your checks, so yeah, I guess that's when Speed Booster cropped up. Because yeah, it was only I didn't notice the text pop up from Alpha Squad, but I did notice on your tracker it lit up, so that was the only way I knew.
Yeah, I didn't look at the track at the time.
Yep, I've learned to just stare at the bottom right of the screen whenever I'm doing Alpha Squad, because there's always something that just like pops up for a second and then it's gone because you got a different one.
Yeah, but the only thing I ever saw was missile tank, I think some health drop and DNA.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't even see speed booster pop up. But
Alrighty,
yeah,
well,
GG's.
Yeah,
GG's.
GG's.
Last
We
last
know
chance for
how-
thoughts.
I
Uh,
don't have any.
I don't know.
Play aim
Kind
to our
of-
randomizer. It's fun.
Yeah,
do
kind
it.
play
of
it
bummed
into
I
a random
didn't.
Let me see what
Made so many dumb mistakes.
Mm.
Oh, the bot's dead. Great.
Yeah. That's all right. I think it was here. This we can't get the runners in, but you can go there to follow us on
Yeah.
Discord, and I will just do this manually. I'll be the bot today. Follow words. Follow me, P. There we go. Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you next mission.
See you next.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.